It's the Monaco Ford sponsored car. From Tolland, Connecticut, they call him BB, car number 46, Brian Sullivan.
So the car was sitting here, no motor, and I just kind of wanted to go have fun, and it was a kind of a deal we worked out where I had a transmission I had to get rid of, and the Chapmans had an extra SK Light motor sitting there that Stephen Chapman ran. So we put a deal together and to go run a few races, and a few races turned into a little more than that.
Brian Sullivan, a former champion, off turn number 4. They are side by side as they come to the stripe. Wow.
Brian Sullivan by 5/1000th of a second.
Yep.
Over Tyler Chapman.
I don't know what I was doing there, either mirror driving or whatnot, but I think I just overshot the entry into 3 there. So would have made for a photo finish, a good shot picture, and come down the wire, and you start the year out 1-2, so you couldn't start with a better note than that.
Here comes Bissett. He smooches the back bumper. No love affair there. The checkered flag is out. Brian Sullivan will take down the win.
Those are the races we had circled on the schedule at the beginning of the year. If we were only going to run 5 times, we wanted to run the Sizzler, the 40 lappers, and go from there.
They come off turn number 4. Brian Sullivan is there.
Brian Sullivan gets his 3rd win of the year in 4 races. Mind you, he's a former champion. He's fast in this division.
To get to the front on 20 laps is tough as it is, and to win the first 3 out of 4, that's just kind of here we are. Now we're sucked into running a full season again.
I don't want to jinx it, but he hasn't had trouble all year, and he's pretty good at preventing himself from getting in a bad spot.
You got to put yourself in that top 13, 15, so you're kind of ahead of some of the stuff that's happening behind you. Competition level probably picked up too. There's a lot more cars that are closer together throughout the top.
Off turn number 4. Checkered flags are in the air, and the winner will be Brian Sullivan.
Oh, that was big. I mean, that's like I said from the start. Those are the 2 races we wanted to win, and the bonus wasn't. The bonus was an extra. That came down to the wire. Even every win we had this year was down to the wire. There was no driving away. That's why the competition was so close.
Brian Sullivan has a 56-point lead, which is so hard to do in that division with an upwards of 36, 37 cars starting every week.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, I guess.
You got to have good luck too. I mean, there's weeks that something happens in front of you and you have nothing, you can't avoid it, and you get collected. So you got to have luck, square up, and not knock the wheel off. So we got to keep it in one piece.
Oh! Contact is made.
Right in front of the
Medford goes
field.
around.
Matthews
Hard
hits the
hit.
wall hard.
Yes.
Brian Sullivan's on pit road. How much damage did he have? Oh, I think he's got a flat left front.
Wreck happens in front of you. Sometimes you can't see past the air cleaner, and you go down to turn 3, and they're wrecking in front of you, and just caught the right front. I thought we were good. We drove away, went down to turn 1, and I was like, oh, we're in good shape, and then the tire went down on the caution lap, so and I knew we were in trouble there.
That means the point gap, Ben, from 48 points, it's down to 8.
Then it got down to 2 or 3 races to go. And then I started doing tire strategy, and I started realizing we're in tire trouble. And then that's where I kind of started counting. It just brought us into the final couple races, and I knew I didn't have many tires to put on.
A lot of talk about this because the top 2 are tied in the championship standings.
And Bissett has the momentum compared to Sullivan.
Our game plan didn't change going into the last race. It was to get to the front early and try to win it, and then try to put as much distance as we could on them.
But the battle for the title, 2nd and 3rd on the racetrack.
No question about it. We've got a spin, and this caution could change the entire complexion.
And the caution comes out, and then I knew we were in trouble after that. Sometimes you get a different car after a caution. Tires cool down. We were just hanging on loose for the last 5 laps of the race.
Deep into turn number 3, Sullivan still has it. Here comes Bissett.
All come down to the final 4 laps. Here is George Bissett Jr. to the inside of Brian Sullivan.
George Bissett Jr. will be the man with the crown. And
Brian Sullivan giving him a little bit of a tap, I think a congratulatory tap.
That was about the best we could do on that night. I mean, we gave it our all. We just came up short. It is what it is. Like I said, my plan from the start was to win races and go out there and have fun. So we had a good year. Didn't wreck anything. Won the races I wanted to win. Made some money. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to lose sleep over. We had a good year. I got to thank Monaco Ford for everything they've done for me in my racing career over the last 10 years. Glastonbury Oil, Constantine Paving and Sealing, Sullivan Landscaping, Competitive Edge Coatings, DRC Electric, Maiden Form Foundations, Precision Mechanical, Chapman Apartment Homes, Sarek Fabrication, Waddell Communications, Keith Rocco Racing, Buzzy Transmissions, Rat Auto Machine, Fenceline Films, Vassar Landscaping, Snowco Racing Fuel, Napa, McKinney Construction, Mayberry, Olson Apartment Homes, Gaston Racing Enterprises, and the Root family for a great facility every Friday night. And I gotta thank my crew guys, Mark, my father, Mickey, Tim, Dave, and Mike for coming every week and helping out. Focusing more with family, racing with my son this year at Stafford and some at Pomfret. So cutting back myself to go racing with him, cutting back to go on family vacations and I have to come back on Friday afternoon to go to Stafford. So just more family time, and then, you know, maybe even some more go-kart stuff myself because I'll be there with him, so maybe I'll do a few of those money races as well.